Shaking everybody. By everybody, I mean just myself. Solo live stream tonight. My partner in crime couldn't make it. So I figured I'd just jump on, see who's out there, see if there's anybody there to watch what I'm doing here. If not, that's all good. I'll sit here and talk to myself. That was the best conversations in Pick of choice tonight is in Manhattan. Cheers. So, my topic of conversation tonight is figures that I think are exaggerated for the greatness, especially when you look at the price point. The figures I'm questioning tonight are Savage Crucible. Now, I know these Savage Crucible figures have been getting a lot of love. Just recently picked these up on a Black Friday sale from eCollectibles in Canada. Honestly, they are a better painted Marvel Legends. I don't think they're worth the money at all. Nice figure, good paint, great articulation, but again, like these are $50, $60, $70 figures depending on where you are. I got a good deal on them, but again, I don't think they're worth the value. Like I don't know why everybody was hyping these up like they were the second coming. I guess it's kind of like Mythic Legions. I don't understand the hype about those either. This is human. Nice figure. Looks great. Like the sword. Not a big fan of the name, but I don't know. It's not that great. And then this is the cat dude. I can never remember. Jaeger, I think his name is. Cloth goods cape. I know you're not supposed to put the armor over top of the cloak or whatever. Yeah, nice figure, nice overlays, nice details. You can see the chainmail there. The boots are everything. All the buckles are painted. That's nice. Arrows are sculpted rather nice, but again, like I don't know, is it worth the value? Probably not. The one where they did have the markup, Warrior with Ball and Chain. Pretty good figure. Cloth goods is nice. Weird setup in the back. I don't really understand this. It's got some weird hook system. Looks great when it's on. Take it off, and he's got two holes in his back. A nice real chain on the ball, right on the flail. So that's nice. Shield's got good detail. I love the setup in the shield. It's got a handle and the strap. That to me is pretty amazing. It's got some battle damage on the shield. It's kind of cool. Articulation's nice. It'll go nice with my Mezco Conan that I have. I don't know where he is, but yeah, I don't think it was worth what I paid for it. To be honest, most figures nowadays aren't. He doesn't want to stand, so he can fall. But yeah, so it's kind of my gripe today. Just looking at stuff that I purchased lately. Wasn't a big fan of the Savage Crucible and Harvester Studios. I know they're a small boutique firm and all that stuff, and you know they do have lower print runs and all this kind of stuff. Let's paint. Not that I'm a show for Bobby Vallow, but Action Force, $30 a pop. Right now they're 28. A lot of hands, a lot of detail, a lot of accessories, all that kind of stuff, and it's half the cost. Bobby's not exactly a Mattel or Hasbro, so I don't see how they can justify the prices. I know they're a direct competition of Mythic Legion, so from that perspective, they could probably get away with charging a bit more. But if they really wanted to change the genre that they're in, they could have priced them, better. But it is what it is. This is probably it for me. I don't think I'll buy any more of these unless it's the Frazetta stuff. I did pre-order Death Dealer, even though I love my Mezco one, which I have over there. But yeah, bang for your buck, not there. Um, what I'll dive into next is a lot of these import figures. I won't call them third party because the new range of imports seem to be licensed, like LPZ, Arkham Knight Batman. Pretty amazing. Great articulation, great detail, cape, very expensive. And I know I'm contradicting myself with the Savage Crucible stuff, but I can understand a little bit heftier price point on these uh, because they are an import figure, because the articulation is nice, but also they pay for license. Like this is not an original IP. This is a licensed property, right? And because of that, you're going to have a premium. I don't know how much they charge Warner Brothers, but I would guess it's not a penny, right? Like it's going to be a few bucks a figure, probably, if not more. But again, really well done figure. Little details like the little, if you can see that the pouches on the belt. Well, if you're kicking the leg up, they actually break off, and then you can, push that pouch out of the way, which I think is a nice detail. All right, so you really get engineered really well. And the best part about it for me is, in the summer, I picked up this guy. This guy here, third party Arkham Joker. I bought this guy not knowing this guy was even coming out. I just thought it was a cool design. $20. They always have pretty good figures. Sometimes some could be hit and miss, but this guy was an absolute hit. Perfect. Knocked it out of the park. It's a mini Hot Toys. The head sculpt on that's phenomenal. I don't know if you can focus on that. The camera's not great. I have the crappy StreamYards, but really well done. The cloth goods are nice. Hell, great figure. Even the chain on his leg. Oh, you can't see it. That's real chain, man. That's pretty awesome. So, yeah, this is a great figure, and now I have the Arkham Batman, and they scale fairly well. His head's really tiny on the Batman figure, and it's kind of tiny on this one. Now I call it tiny just because I'm a Mezco collector. They tend to be bigger heads. These are probably scaled normally, but that's awesome in your Arkham Knight display. These are some of my favorite pickups this year. Phenomenal. I have another pickup I got this week. Just an older one though. These were released earlier in the year. I think it was this year. I was finally able to get the Mezco Power Rangers at a decent price. So these are amazing. Probably the best Power Ranger figures out there. I wasn't a big fan of the show. I watched it a little bit, but I was kind of aged out. My interest changed when, in the late 90s. No, early 90s. Early 90s. My bad. I did get the two Tommy figures, the Green Ranger and the White Ranger earlier last year. But now I'm good. I don't need any more. I'm finished. Not that they're going to make any more, but if they did, I wouldn't be the one buying them. Had some other good pickups lately. San Diego Comic Con. I believe this is the Comic Con one. Or was the blue one? Anyways, Mezco Nightwing, awesome figure, great accessories, really well done. The new version, it's not like the Perez Teen Titans with the big disco collar and stuff. I wasn't really a big fan of that design anyways, so I'm okay with this one. This is my Nightwing from the 90s. The Chuck, I think it was Chuck Dixon run. Like this figure, and a newer Batman family member, kind of older Batman family member, but in this design, the Red Hood, amazing. Jason Todd, perfect figure. Mezco could not have done this figure any better. I had the third party that I thought was amazing. How could they top it? They topped it. They trashed it. When Mezco puts its heart into what they're doing, and it seems like Batman properties get the most of that attention, they can do this, which is truly, truly, truly amazing. Fucking rockstar quality. Like, this is a really, 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 really great figure. I recommend it. I know he's probably hard to get nowadays, but I'm a big fan of that figure. Absolutely. Yeah, I thought I'd just pop on here just to do a live stream by myself. I was scheduled to go with Possible Pie, but again, like I said, he couldn't make it, so I just figured I'd pop on and do a stream by myself to see if anybody was going to watch. Doesn't look like anybody's watching, which is fine. It is what it is. My production quality is not the greatest, but I'm okay with that. And if I could, even if I have to talk toys to myself, I'll do it. Whatever, all good. Another figure that I picked up recently that's Mezco. I buy a lot of Mezco, basically mostly Mezco and G.I. Joe. This figure here is awesome. Love it. Can't complain with it at all. I would have liked the brighter red, but that's okay. I guess they're a little further down in the movie, where his suit does get kind of stained, and that bright red from the beginning of the movie goes away. But like, he's pretty posable. The texture on the suit feels really good. I am kind of worried about the overlay. I think it's a rubber. Like, it doesn't feel like a what do you call it? Like a vinyl. It feels more rubbery, like more plastic rather than pleather, which is nice because I've heard horror stories now. I've been pretty good with my stuff. I haven't had any of the pleather fall away, but I know people have. I don't think I'm doing anything special other than living in Canada. My climate is pretty relaxed, and we have HVAC units, heating, air conditioning all the time, so the temperature in the house is usually pretty consistent. I did show this on last stream. Doc Doc. Snowy Edition. What do they call him? Chase of the Shrieking Yeti. This figure here is awesome. I've gotten all the Doc Doc figures except for the San Diego All Black. That was a tough one to find if you didn't go to San Diego. But I love the colors they use here with the baby blue and the white. The Yeti he comes with is pretty cool. Wish I had better articulation, but great figure. So pretty happy with that. I've been getting a lot of G.I. Joes in it lately. I got this guy in. He's pretty rad. I always like the back and forth with him and Leatherneck. So that's pretty cool to have a wetsuit, modern wetsuit in my classified collection, which is pretty huge, to be honest. I don't think I've missed any of the figures. So now he'll be paired with Leatherneck wetsuit. For me, these guys go hand in hand. The Marine, the SEAL, always at each other's throat. So that works a lot for me. I did pick up the other characters in the wave, namely the Grim Viper, I think is what he's called. Basically just a repaint of the Range Viper, which is fine. I haven't opened that one yet. To be honest, I haven't been too excited to, just because he is kind of a redo of the same figure. But this backpack is hard to peg in. There's 3 pegs on it, which, to be honest, was very unnecessary. Appreciated, but unnecessary. But he's cool. My wetsuit came with really, really loose ankles, so I had to put the fixed loose joints by Kiki. I don't think they used to sell on Amazon, but I think you have to buy it on eBay now. This stuff's amazing. I've had this bottle for 2018, 19, somewhere around there. I still got lots left, and I use it all the time. A little bit goes a long way. They tighten joints right up. I have no issues with these ankles right now. They're really tight. I can't handle loose joints, so I use that shit on everything, like that fucking old lady used to say in the Frank's Red Hot commercials. I did get sci-fi. What is that figure? Cool figure. There's another piece on that bowl, but it's in the bin over there. So he's pretty cool. Updated just enough from the original, from the 80s, to make it different, but still hold true to the original character, which I love when they do that. I love the fact that this one here has the full face shield instead of just the half face shield. That to me is a plus. So that's how I'm going to be displaying mine. So this is a great ad. I really dig that. A little sneak peek at one of my figures of the year will be this Cobra Commander. Armored Cobra Commander. Amazing figure. As a kid, I always used this backpack that direction. It used to fit a little bit lower on his back, so I never pretended it was a jetpack. To be honest, I don't have no idea what the hell this thing is actually. I don't remember the Sunbow cartoon. All that, was it Sunbow or Deke? Maybe the Deke is the one that was screwed up. Anyways, yeah, I think it was Deke. Sunbow was the original. I didn't watch that one, so I don't know. I know he's from that series, but I don't know if the backpack was ever featured or if it was a jetpack. I do like the fact that they put the snake eyes inside, the reptile eyes. Again, shitty camera. It's not picking that up. That's okay. But amazing figure, amazing release this year. So that's kind of an update on where my collection is. A little different collecting in Canada. Prices are a lot more up until recently because of the Americans now have to pay tariffs and have to pay duties on importing things from overseas. I do have the ability to buy things when I'm in China, so that makes things a lot cheaper for me. I go to China once a year, and I can buy things off a website called Taobao, and believe me, they're much cheaper. I bought all the Joy Toy Turtles off of there, and I was paying $25, $20 Canadian. So not even American. So dirt cheap. I would have paid $50 a piece for them here. I guess the secret got out with Taobao because they started to go up as I was there in October. You started to see the prices inch up, so they weren't as cheap as when I first bought them. I was buying them earlier in the year and then having them shipped to a family member, and then bought them home when I got there. So that's kind of my little hack on toy collecting that tries to save some money. I'm going to be in China anyway, so it's not like I'm going there specifically for that. So This figure here is another in the line of overpriced, kind of overhyped, but not really, because this guy here is the worst culprit because he's basically dude with a sword and a monk coat. Like that's it. Like all the other Monster Force figures have a ton of accessories and stuff. Are they worth the price point? Not if you're looking at Vala. Again, I hate to be an Action Force shill, but truth is truth. But these are good. This is bad. This character is cool. Love the look. They could have did a bit more with him. Made him come with some bats or something. I don't know. This is just kind of unacceptable when you're paying $40 for a figure and that's it. Like, woo. So there is that. So yeah, this toy collecting has become very expensive, very pricey, and manufacturers know the addiction. They know people have to have their toys, and it's almost predatory at this stage, just because there's a lot of FOMO out there. There's a lot of companies out there trying to tug at all your nostalgia. Nobody wants to give you bang for your buck anymore. They just want to empty out your wallets. Look what Mezco did. I'm the biggest Mezco fan out there. I would rival the toy page. Like I love Mezco, but they hammered all the collectors. And just in the last couple months with all the releases, they released the 2 box sets for the Yeti, Doc Nocturnal, and Krampus. Hey, what's going on, Pie? Wow, that's quite the fever there, buddy. I hope you feel better. I figured I'd go solo, but thanks for popping in because now I don't feel like I'm talking to myself, which is awesome. So yeah, and then they released a bunch of pre-orders. They did the Hulk. They did the Ninja Turtles. Like they went hard after your wallet. I can't believe they went as fierce as they did. And then on top of that, they had payments for pre-orders from in the past that were due. November had Nightwing that had to get paid. The Nosferatu had to get paid. So it was a lot, too much. And Beetlejuice, which is I haven't even had a chance to open them up because they just keep coming in. It's ridiculous. Again, they're just coming for your wallet. They just don't care anymore. And I don't know. It's making it difficult. I'm actually picking and choosing. I've cut Marvel Legends out for the most part. I might pick up the odd one here or there, but they're done. All the other lines I'm kind of finished with. Like I said, with these, I'm not doing. The Shabbos Crucible, done. I'm out. I had my experience with that. That's a waste of money for me. The Frazetta stuff, like I said, I will dabble a bit in those. But other than that, I'm out. G.I. Joe, I'm going to be, pretty hardcore on that, especially if they keep doing the weird characters that I love. The import figures, if they're high quality, I did pre-order the Gong Hush Batman. Had to. That looks like a great figure. So for me, it's going to be sticking to high end. The Mezcos, the Gong Studios, third party import soft goods. That's what I'm going to be focusing on. I'll buy some Action Force here and there, but again, they're really expensive in Canada. Even though Bobby's lowered the prices, they're still $50 here, and again, that's a lot to ask. For some reason, the Marvel Legends up here, they didn't change price. They were about $36. They're still $36 after the tariff. So maybe they're holding the prices for us, which I'm shocked by. I didn't think Hasbro did anything for anybody, but who knows? Maybe they're just waiting to yank them up next year. But that's what I'll be sinking my money in. I'm also pretty sure I'm done with Mayfix. Cool figures, but again, I have to cut costs somewhere if I'm going to be focusing on more of the higher end stuff. This is what I'm going to be having to eliminate is some things like Moffics. I just can't do it anymore. Like, and then with the potential DC Mattel on the horizon, having to dive from into a line right from the very beginning. Now, if they are going to be the 7-inch scale, I'm out. Right, I didn't do the Masterverse, did some of the Origins, but I'm not a 7-inch collector at all. I do 6-inch, the odd 3 3/4 inch, the vintage collection. Only Star Wars, the original Star Wars, not prequels and sequels and all the other nonsense. Um, Essentially just the first movie. So I have him, Vader, Luke, I think. Yeah, Luke. I will probably do a little collection like this. That's about it. Um, but yeah, I have to reset. Even within art, I love this Batman. I think he's amazing. Catwoman released this week. I didn't grab her. I couldn't. I have to draw the line somewhere. Even though the inner stuff is amazing, it looks spectacular. It's scaled really small. It doesn't fit into what I collect. And Mezco just released their version of this, so I'm fine with it. I have two. Um, I'm probably going to sell the box one. I'm probably even look at selling this one too. Um, we'll see. Um, got to draw the line in the sand somewhere. Um, but I'm not gonna get out of collecting. I'm still gonna collect. Still, I love it. It's my escape. Um, Brings me happiness when you stress out with your work and shit. And so for me, this works. But yeah, that was all I had on my mind. I don't have anything else I wanted to touch base with, and honestly, doing this by myself. So 27 minutes with, even though Pie's watching me. Thanks, buddy. Oh, no, he's popped out. Never mind. I'm going to shut her down here. But maybe somebody will watch it on the replay. Give me a comment. Let me know if my ramblings were entertaining at all. But till then, I will see you on the next one. Take it easy. Cheers.